Welcome to part 3 of this. I guess it's a little bit of a let's play, but we won't be playing it for much longer. It's just COSMOTEER, which is a fantastic program. I'm so happy with it. We're going to do this mission here, try to capture this toothpick ship for ourselves, and then go and try to then sort of leave the system. That's what we'll try to do in this particular episode. It's probably going to be a little bit to do. I wanted to go through how to customize the ships. We'll completely redesign this ship as well, just sort of restructure it. So let's go off and find our next mission, which is back over here. So we'll just target that area. We'll just go 4 times speed. So it's now just maneuvering around. It will then just make its way across. Some independent contacts. Sulfur on the asteroid. Now there's somebody out there. Now this here, we've got, these are the 2 guys that we left behind, I think. What we might do is we might actually divert off. If we can save them, I think we owe it to them. Let's do this. This thing's coming in really fast. Oh no, it's going further away now. I think we're okay. Let's have a look and see. I don't know what we can do with these. It may not be anything we can do. I think we need to have like less crew there. Yep, it's not actually doing anything. I think I would need space on board. They are running out of this. Like they're still actually alive. I'm surprised that they're still alive. That's their oxygen levels. Okay, so that's cool. I didn't realise that you could actually go back and deal with this. Anyway, let's leave them. Still leave them there. Well, we actually, if we've got time, we'll actually come back and because we'll need crew for this next ship if we can capture it. So that will be the plan. Will be to do a capture at this location. Yeah, we really only will be targeting the ships that we get points for at this point in time. Independent, there we are. Let's just go down to half speed. Now what we want to do is when we can see this ship, let's move in. We'll go to quarter speed because when we get to see it, we will then target exactly what we want. And this design has the cockpit at the front. It does have a hyperdrive at the back. So let's leave everything else there. We'll just go for knock out the cockpit, and then we'll try to take it over. So we'll be a little bit inaccurate from way back. We can look at our ship from in there, and we can just look at this ship from in this side. God, I love the innovation in this thing. It's very, very cool. We're smashing through this. Their cannons are firing at us. They almost took out that strut. Still firing away. Come on, guys. Come on, you can do it. We're taking a bit of damage in through here as well. That's one of our crew quarters. There we are. Okay, job done. Sort of job done. Now, our guys have taken some hits to our ship. So we took a bit of damage there. Let's have a bit of a look back at our ship and just to see how we're going with the crew. We've still got 12 of 12, okay, so that's actually still okay. We've got some damage in there. Let's just keep on coming in nice and close. And they've got crew members now sort of leaving. Okay, we're nice and close in through here. Now one thing we can do is just go and pick up more of the loot. So while we're at this location, let's just go across and just see what's available. Anything good? Just steal, steal and steal. Okay, so not a hell of a lot. There's just more crew members there which we can't do anything with. All right, well, back in here, what we'll do is we'll just now go and transfer crew across to this particular ship. So transfer crew, and we'll transfer, say, 4. Okay, so we'll transfer 4 across this particular ship, initiate transfer. We'll just do it in slow motion so we can sort of see what's going on. Shall just go to 1 times speed until they're all aboard. Right, so this ship is now happening. We'll just go back to quarter speed just so we can sort of look at what's going on in this particular ship. We'll now go to repairs. Now we've got repairs on both ships. If we go back to this ship in here, go to repairs. Repair all. Now we don't have quite enough steel. In fact, we've got fires happening on board this ship. Let's just quickly go and repair that. So we're going to repair those. Actually, I hope I've got enough steel and stuff to do what we need to do on the other ship. We may have to pull apart some other componentry to do what we need to do. Let's go back to the other ship. Now, I don't know if there's a clean way to sort of transfer between ships. It'd be cool if there was. It's just scrolling up and down what you can build. So here's our second ship. Just go into its repairs. And it can't do this one just yet. We do actually have the 2. You can see there we do have capacity to do to grab the 2. We need 32 steel to then go and do this one. What we can do is we can just go across. So we've got access to 2 of those, which is what we need. So what do we need? We needed to do the actual repair in through here 28, and we've got 15. So we need 13 more of those. We need 14 coils, and we've got 10. So we need another batch of coils. Now, if we just go back across and start disassembling different areas. So if we disassemble this one, we're going to get some basic coils. Oh, hang on, control. So we'll just pull apart. We need that one there. Just pull apart these, just so we've now got what we needed to do the repair. As far as we still need a bit more there. In that case, we'll just keep on deleting. Control. So we've got 24. So we'll need a little bit more. You only can have up to 4 crew members on here. Now, if we get rid of the reverse thruster, that's a fairly big thruster there. Or we get rid of this little thruster. I think we might get rid of that one there. Now that's given us 7. What do we need for this? To build this one. This is probably not a great idea, but I just wanted to sort of show how you would then go and do it. This one here requires 28, we've got 26. We need 14 of those little coils. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I don't think we can actually grab that. We don't get the coils from any of these other locations. We do there from the small hyperdrive. That gives us pretty much everything we need. Now that's the airlock there. And we don't actually have another access point in. Let's just get rid of that. And build another corridor across that way. That now makes, actually this one doesn't have an access point. There we go. So we've just got a little bit more. We're still down to 26. We do have enough there. God, we're close. Just need a bit more steel off something. We need the maneuverability. Maybe we don't need this gun. So let's go and destroy this cannon, which will give us the steel that we require. So we now have 36, 10, 15, and 2 of those as well on both ships. because we can now sort of pool the resources. So let's now go and repair this one in through here. So we now have 20, we need 28, so we'll just go and click on that one there. We now have a bridge that we can access back and through this other side. So this ship should be a functioning ship. Now this one is still a bit dangerous, but we can still repair it. I know individual coils, so we don't have enough of that one there. I think we've got what we need with this particular ship now. So with our guys, we'll just unpause. They'll then come back on board. These are floating around in space. He comes back on board. So this ship, I think, is ready to go. Just get rid of that one. And so the ship should be functioning. Like if we grab the ship, just tell it to move over somewhere. Yep, there we go. And this ship's moving to sort of move with it. All right, so we've now got a little fleet, and but we had to get rid of what we needed in that one to sort of come back with the other ones. Now, do we have enough time to go back for those missing crew members? Let's just head back. I'll pilot the other ship. So I'll pilot the Model L, which is now short of crew by 4. It's got 8 crew. Let's just move this across. This one should actually stay in formation. You can just pick it up. No, it's not going to do it. So it's going to try to stay up with it now. Yep, so it'll just tag along. This is much, much faster though. So we now have multiple ships. In fact, I might just get this one back towards the space station. Just follow where we came. This is where our course changed last time. That one's full of crew. I probably should have just left 2 crew on there just to pilot that one. It's a very cool game, isn't it? No, we've lost our guys. Just follow along, see if we can spot them. No, they're gone. Well, that's a shame. So we'll move this one in. Actually, this one still needs to be repaired, although we don't have anything left anymore. We can't repair anything with this one here just yet. So we'll ignore that. Okay, we've got another ship, unknown contact, coming in towards the toothpick. Well, the toothpick's just going to have to pick it up. I think it's going to, okay, it looks like it's actually missing us a little bit in there. All right, so back in through this side. We'll just go back across. We will now go and, oops, I keep on doing that one incorrectly. We'll just go and hail the station. And we will receive payment. There we are. And need to rescue Estatius. This is a different station, danger level 2. So we're now going to start to get high level missions. So the other ship is now starting to just come in a little bit. It'll be in nice, so it's in close and just had a bit of a collision, but it's fine. It is fine. So so they're now basically in formation, ready to go. I think we might try to sell this ship off. I don't know if we can. It would be good if we could. We'll hail the station here. And in terms of what we actually have, got all this ammo, so let's just sell that off. Although, yeah, because we don't need the ammunition. So that can just go. We'll initiate that trade. We can't sell the actual ship. I thought we would be able to. So they're all coming in to pick up the loot that was there. Surely someone wants to buy this beautiful ship. This beautiful toothpick ship. We've got like formations, flight direction, transfer resources. Yep, no, that's okay. We want nothing on that one there. I didn't realise you could do that either, actually. It's a beautiful game, this one. It just is so cool. Let's actually self-destruct it. Destroy the selected ships as irreversible. Yeah, let's have a look. I haven't done this before. There we go. Let's go down to quarter speed. Hang on. Oh. Whoops. There's our 4 crew member. Where's the 4th? There's 3. 1, 2, 3. Sorry guys, we're not very good with keeping our people alive, are we? I can't wait to do a DasDemption game of this. It's going to be people banned left, right and centre. If you're not sure what that is, on my Twitch channel we have a system that we call DasDemption, where where basically if you name a character and the character dies, you are in timeout for an hour. So we'll just go now across with this ship and go and pick up all of this stuff. 1, 2, 3. I can only see the 3 of them. Not sure where the other one actually is. Hang on. Yeah, that's the other one there. Oh, there's one. Hang on. There was one there, 2. There was one that ended up going pretty quickly out that way, and another one up this way, I think. So I think that's the 4. God, you don't last long on this crew. What we'll do is we'll just quickly go now and hail again the station. We need more men. Need to hire another 4, please. There we are. Another 4 crewmen on board. We have done a bad job of looking after these. And while they're actually picking that up, we can then start the repairs. So do all these repairs. And is that it? Have we got everything from the immediate space? What we might do now is, we've still got a bit of time actually, a fair bit of time. So let's talk about how different things work with the crew. Let's just go now and look at a bit of the internals as to how things actually do operate. Now we've got coils back in through there. We've got coils in through like the other coils in there. So we've got enough to now just keep some repairs going, and probably enough now to also then go and build a what am I trying to say? To build a hyperdrive. So we might build the hyperdrive at the back somewhere. Now we've already gone through when we build to go into blueprint mode, so that allows us to then have a good look at the ship before we say go and build it, so we can just start to sort of plan things out. Now I do have some spaces in through here, so if we just go across now to, if we remove that, you might remove that one. So we'll just go Control Z, and remove that one there. Let's make this where the hyperdrive is going to be. So we'll just go across now into the small hyperdrive, and we'll just go and throw that in the middle there. That will actually then work. And so we've got one of the doors is back over that side, so that's not going to impact much at all. If we do that, it's going to mean that the power is still not quite enough, but that's okay. Let's just go and change the doors. We'll delete this door. Actually, I can't delete that one. Why can't I delete that door? There we are. So we'll just have it so that you go straight through there into the actual hyperdrive itself. It means we're going to need to get hyper fuel as well, but everything else is looking pretty good there. Now that's actually okay with what we've got, so we can just go ahead and build that. I was thinking of changing this as well, so let's just go and delete that one and putting a corridor in here, and then putting the what is it? That's the airlock, the bunks. We've got the smart thrusters. Where is that fire extinguisher? I wanted to put the fire extinguisher there, but I wanted to rotate it so that it was coming in off that corridor there. That's just going to clean up that angle of the ship. So let's do this. So we've got like another big area back in through this side. That sort of works. That sort of works out okay. I don't have to have this either. Like I can sort of get rid of things in through here if I wanted to. Like I've got 2 accesses, but that's probably still okay. It gives me a spare airlock in case we do need it. We can make this one. So to make it so, it's going to cost me a fair bit in through there. Done. So we've used a lot of what we actually had there. That's all fine. So we now have a fully functional design, ship design. We've used up all of our spare stuff, and to go into hyperspace, we're now going to need to sort of get more fuel. But we've now significantly changed the look of the ship. So what we can now do is maybe just go into paint mode. So let's go and get out of that mode, and let's actually pretty up the ship. So if we go into paint mode in through here, we then actually have the ship itself. And again, we can do whatever we like. Now, it's this. I won't spend too much time with this, or I might sort of show you what to do, then pause it, just because this is not, I guess, the most interesting of the bits and pieces to do. So if we wanted to sort of make like a dark reddish sort of ship itself, I can then just go with base paint. I then also have like the different sorts of patterning that sort of works on the ship itself. Like that's just plain. Then we have like different, almost like mottling that sort of occurs. It's probably, I wish it was a little bit more pronounced actually, just a little bit stronger in what it actually does do. But I don't, like, it's, you know, it's fine. It's sort of, you know, it looks good. I mean, most of the important stuff is so you can see what's where. So that's your base paint. So you always sort of, like with any of the ships. And so if our guys will now be whatever this color is that we actually select back over through there. Let's go and set more decals and things. So if we go to decal number 1, now I can turn this on or off. We've got nothing on decal 1 yet. And so decal 1, we've got all sorts of different things. Again, I can just pick and choose. I'll just go and get my DasTactic colors, like more of like a goldy sort of color in through this side. I'll keep it fairly muted actually. So it's a bit darker than what I would normally have. And so we've got shapes, and we've got a whole heap of different sorts of shapes in through here. So we can start to sort of get some fairly intricate patterning if we wanted to sort of do something with this. And we also have symbols. I think you can actually upload your own as well. I think I saw somewhere where you can actually go and put decals in. You've then got also text. So you've got sort of like text that you can then go and just add. If you needed to put like a name of a large ship on the actual ship itself, you can use that. And then you've got larger lettering as well. So these are the different things we have available. I'll just pause this and come back. Actually, I'll just show you how to apply it in this instance. So if we were going to go back in and just maybe sort of, I'll just get some sort of like almost like a lightning bolt effect coming from this engine perhaps. So I would then find, what am I looking for? I'm looking for something that I could go this way. So I can sort of set this one up and then just right click that one around, start in that location there. And so it's just going to be over the top of the actual element itself. In the next area of the ship, I would then need to find something that's going to go maybe just a small amount. Actually, I can still go it there. Actually, if I do that one, it's going to get rid of the decal underneath. I might just do that instead actually. So I'll just start there. So it's actually on the major part of the ship. And then we would just try to find something. And because I can rotate these, you've got to really look at, like this one here actually would be wanting this to rotate and ultimately be up in here somewhere. So I'll just go and place that one. That's going to be the final place for it. So we then need to have like an element that comes back across this side, where we've got like an area that sort of comes in off the angle. I mean, it's all in here. It's actually, like, I've been sort of surprised. Like it's this one here almost. So that one there, for example, like if actually that's only small. If I rotate that around, that's not going to be quite enough. That's not it. Yeah, I'll maybe just use some of these and just start to get things happening. Then we'll start to sort of come back in the other side. Anyway, I'll pause until I've actually got the sort of look that I'm looking for. All right, so there's sort of like a basic sort of shape that I've painted on there. Let's now just go to decal number 2. And again, if like let's just say we want to get the colors that we've actually used back and through here, I can actually go into here and copy the color. I can also go and specify RGB, HSV, or hex code as well if I want the actual color. But it will just copy the color, go into decal number 2, we'll paste the color. So we then end up with the same yellow. So we can sort of now, if we wanted to, go and build other things, or we can then just chop and change it a bit. So let's just go and make something that's a little bit lighter using the same sort of set. So we'll just go a little bit up this way. And again, we can just go back into the different sorts of symbols. Let's go and use like a smiley face. In fact, we'll do a, actually I can't make that any bigger. Some of these are larger, I think. That one there is large. We can also change, actually we can change the scale, I think. Where was it? I'm pretty sure I can stretch them. Forget where I saw that. I was surprised. This is a select tool. I was pretty sure I could actually do something else with it as well. It's the mirror mode. Anyway, it's quite involved actually what you can actually go and do here. Let's just go and throw a smiley face back down there. It doesn't look all that great, does it? Maybe you won't do that one. Control Z. There we go. So I've written DasTactic along the side. I've put the 2 of these larger decals on the actual on the bays, the bay areas. Let's just get out of there. So this is now our actual ship. It's a bit hard to see the TIC at the end there. So anyway, that's now our new ship. We've still got 4,000. Let's just go and get some fuel. Now, actually, let's go and mine the fuel. This way we can sort of then go through the process of doing that. So we just need to find ourselves an asteroid belt, which we know that this one is. So let's just now head up this way. And we'll unpause and just go back to full speed. So off goes our ship, which has now got the jump drive. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Like, it's pretty damn cool, this game, I've got to say. Like, it's just got so many little things in it that really make a lot of sense. Now, we've got another ship off to the side there. It's going to ignore us, I think. Now, what we're looking for is like a little 3-way symbol when we're inside this asteroid. There we go. It's these things in here. So let's just go across, get nice and close. Now, it's moving away still, so we'll just leave that one where that is. And we'll now just go across and just mine this stuff. We'll just get all of that if we can. Now lost the other contact. All right, we'll get a bit more. We should have, if we have a quick look inside here now, we've still got, okay, that's now being placed directly into this location. So they're now coming in with the goodies, and they're not bother storing it. They're just going straight into this area. So that's now full. But let's get some more for the trip. Just go back out from there. Don't think we can get any more. There's pretty sure that's all we actually have from that location. Let's go across this one over here. Not much here. Oh, we still can't get any. Okay, looks like we need to fill it up. We can't actually store that in the areas. I thought we'd be able to. It's sort of funny. Is there any? These have more? No, they've only got small amounts. I don't think we can get any of those. No, that's okay. No, that's okay. All right, let's get out of here. So let's go and figure out where we want to actually now go. Actually, one thing I haven't been showing is actually this area of space. So we've got a couple of areas in through here. Now, we've got the monolith cooperative back over this side and the fringe system resistance back over this area. Before we do that, let's have a bit of a look and see how we stand. This is our career log. And so we've got no missions that are active at this point in time. But we can also have a look and see what our standing is, our fame and reputation. And so you can see there that we've actually got, we're pretty positive with the monolith cooperative, like from the different things that we've been doing. And their galactic fame is 40. So we're probably better off going into this like one of those other two systems, like into either this one or this one. And it's going to be a little bit more complex than what we have here. We really should be finishing this off, but let's just go and do this to finish off the actual session and the mission. Let's go across to Defermo. So if you plot the hyperjump to there, so it's going to take. Oops, yep. So there we go. We'll just now go across, have a look and see. It is paused. Why isn't it jumping? It's not doing anything. Oh, there we go. There we go. We need to hyperjump from that location. That's where we're sort of plotting it. So now moving beyond there, out to the actual jump gate itself. Now there could be pirates and things hovering around these jump areas. So in reality, we'd probably sort of be doing different things. What I should do is actually take a screenshot of this, a good screenshot, just so I've got like something that I can then go and do. I really am so impressed with this game. It is phenomenal. Now we just move across, and of course we're leaving here way too early. I would be wanting to build this ship up a lot more than what we've got, and sort of get things. We don't need a second ship. We just need to get this ship built into a fairly effective ship. This is very much. We possibly could sort of make our way a little bit in this next system. Actually, this is good. Let's just go back to number one, like just into constant speed, just so you can see what this thing looks like. So we're now moving in. So we're not seeing it yet. This is our visual range. Go to half speed. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. So spinning up the hyperdrives. 6%, 12%, so we're just getting the FTL sort of ready. So this is actually like a massive jump gate. 25%, there we are. Yeah, we only need 2 to get across. So this is spooling. And we are ready. Okay, away we go, engage. So all ships that are ready will jump to the destination sector. Kaboom, away we go, straight across into Defimio. FTL, and so here we come. This is now the one that's pointing back the other in the other direction. So these look really cool, these actual jump gates. Let's just have a bit of a look around. So that's what the jump gates look like. So they're again, these are built the same way. Like this is like this will have like this is, looks like it's built out of rock actually, from what it's actually got there. It's just such a beautiful game. It really is so nice. So through here we have some unknowns. We actually do have Tunium Station, which is nice and close. So we should be able to then make contact there. Let's just go and speed up. Unknown contacts. Whoa, how big is that? Oh, it's just a courier. Now we've seen couriers before. And we're probably okay to take on one of these sorts of ships. God, we're finding a lot of them, aren't we? Through an asteroid belt. There's a enemy back at that location. Let's just speed her up again. Just bypass those. And I think I've gone over time again, but this is like I think I've shown enough of the game now to sort of give you a bit of a feel for things. Actually, one thing we didn't do was to show the detail with the crew. Now, I won't go into too much detail with this. God, that looks good. That looks so damn good. I'm going to have to spin it back the other way and get a screenshot of that for the for my thumbnails, I think. In fact, I might just do that now. I'll just pause and sort of get it off. All All right, there we go. That'll be the screenshot. Yeah, there is actually a screenshot setting, but it actually does like it weird, like it sort of just takes just the ship itself, which is still quite nice. Like it is actually a very, very detailed look at the ship. So you've got different sorts of scale, which will then sort of change what you actually save it as. Nice big files though, which is really quite cool. I did actually take copies of that, so you've got different sorts of ways of doing that one as well. Let's now talk about the crew, and we'll just finish off this episode and this series with this last little teaser. I won't go into too much detail about what you've actually got there, but if we go into the crew systems in through here, there's so many different things we can do. Now, the crews come from their 2 different locations. Now, this is how they're controlled, and these are squads, essentially. So the squads sit at these different areas. Now, if I go across, you can see there we've got red shirts, and everyone's actually a red shirt. If I go and grab this area through here, for example, all of these guys are red shirts from that particular squad. I can go and add a new role. So let's go and make this one, say, engineering. So, engineering, I don't know what they were in Star Trek. Were they blue? We'll say that they're blue. So we'll just go and grab like a blue shirt. Again, we can just pick whatever colours we want. Now, we don't have to worry too much about anything. If we just go across and just go, okay, yep, that's going to be the engineering that we actually have in through there. So when this button is selected, clicking on a crew room will then change the crew to that area. Now, if we have a look at this, we then say, okay, well, this is going to be the engineering crew. And so everything now changes to blue. So we now have blues and reds on the same ship doing different sorts of things. Well, they're actually at the moment, they're still sharing roles. So we can sort of think, okay, well, let's have these guys control. We need one person to control that. We need one person to, what else should we get them to do? Maybe we have them also control what happens in here. Now, this can be limiting. It's okay when you've got a bigger ship. If we now go across into here, we actually then have order squads mode. So I can go, okay, for this squad, I want this one to, I'm going to right click and have only the engineering guys control that. And maybe we have only the engineering guys to go and transfer the stuff around. So that they're the only ones that will have access to that location. And in terms of what this squad can then do, I've got to be careful that I don't leave things too open. But let's have the red shirts do these, and so we've now designated those to only be those. Like that's their job. That group there is their job to look after that. This job, the engineering group, is to look after this other one. So let's just go back and just go back to 1 times speed. So everyone's just doing a bit of a reshuffle, or leaving their different areas. Let's just turn that one off. And so now we have these guys in blue are now going off and sort of moving the batteries around on the ship. The red guys are now manning the engines, manning the weapons. So you can set up, like when you get a much larger ships, you can really have the actual crew member doing all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Now, I've designated them to only have access to there. Now, it can be a problem if I do this, and then we need to have suddenly other people doing different things, and they just can't do it. Like, for example, this is now locked off. The red can't access this, they can't make use of this. They can still move through the room, but they can't actually interact with this. And similarly with the control. But we've now got a situation where we've actually designated crew across the ship. So you can do all sorts of weird and wonderful things. In fact, probably what I want to also do is make sure that the crew is only interacting with this one as well. Hang on, if I grab that one and then right click. So that would then be, anyone that's going to interact with the drive would then sort of also only come from our engineering group. All right, so that section now has just got the 2 different sorts of crew members running around in the ship. You can sort of see that they're just going to really just now do what they do. These guys have got nothing to do. These ones are putting batteries in, and we're sort of now stopped at where we were going to stop. Now, I don't know why I was stopping there. That's right, I was taking a screen grab. We'll just go back to the station. This will be the next sort of like the station in through there. But again, the guys are just going to be doing what they do. But now they've been segmented out to only work in certain areas. It's very, very cool game, I've got to say. Incredibly cool. When I first started playing, I thought it would be cool to actually have them all doing like with different statistics and other things like FTL, for example. But you can end up with hundreds or thousands of crew members on your ship. You don't need all that stuff. You can actually go to a crew member, and if I go and grab a crew member, oops, hang on, just go back into here. and just unselect that, for example. I can go across, actually what's that one? That's, I don't know what that is. That's mirror mode, that's all right. That's just if you've got multiple, if you can mirror mode an actual ship. Got a couple of members there. I'll just go and grab this member here. So I've also got a roster as well, and this is quite nice as well. We can see the different sorts of crew. That's all the crew member, what their rating actually is. This is the one that we've got selected. We can filter as well by, say, just the engineering crew. Let's just have a look at those. So that is the engineering crew. Whoops, hang on, back in through there. That's just by engineering. So we're just looking at engineering. We've got, we can do, for example, things like who's idle, like anybody that's not actually got a job at this point in time. So this is just the 6 crew that aren't actually working from both engineering and also from the red shirts. It's just incredibly detailed and incredibly good the way it actually does work. We can also then, this is our sort, so we can sort by, we can actually favourite different people as well. So I'm thinking if I do a DasDemption, I just name it, some of the characters, set them as favourites so we can just keep track of them. And that way we'll sort of be able to tell when something actually does happen to them. But as you saw, we're already losing a fair few of them. Back in through here. So anyway, that's sort of like a bit of a rundown with crew. Actually, what else was there? Oh, you can also then go back into the crew themselves. So with this crew member selected, I think I can actually then go through, I can randomize all the crew, import names from a file as well. That's pretty cool. So I can sort of ultimately do that as well and have that coming in. It's just like, if you can think of it, this thing has pretty much got it. If we just get rid of that one for a second, and with this guy selected, I think I can go through and actually personalize. Actually, where do I do that? Assign to squad. I can right-click specific people to specific squads. There is a way I can do this as well. Engineering, duplicate. No, that's delete roles. Oh, that's the other thing too. Sorry, when I do come back into these areas, I can actually go across into their. If I go back into here. Oh, I keep on forgetting where things actually are. I've got that one selected there. Yeah, if I go into here and edit the role, this is where it is. So we went into the basic information, which was just the name and the shirt color, but I can also go to job priorities and then prioritize what they're going to do. Now, they can either operate or supply. Now, these guys don't need to, for example, in this sort of weaponry, energy weapons, they don't need to be operating these. So we can just say, okay, look, your job is not to operate. If I right-click on that one, I can set all the priorities in this field to 0, but we still want them to supply it. So we'll set all the priorities to operate to 0. So that means that they're not going to operate, but they will still supply what's required for these different sorts of weapons. And we can just go through and actually fine-tune exactly what we think that they would need to sort of do different things, like the shield generators, the cockpit. Now, if we've set that one to, that's not what we want. We do definitely want these to be operating. Now, these guys, we do want them to operate. So I'll set that one in through there. Control rooms when we've got them, bridges when we've got them. So I'll set them as important. That's all okay. So we can really go through and just really fine-tune exactly what we want them to do. Power capacitors, I'll just throw that one onto there. Yeah, it's incredibly deep game. Incredibly deep game. So we've got sort of it's very, very brilliant the way the game is sort of structured. Of course, that then adds more complexity to the game, but it's really, really nice the way it all sort of then works. I think that's all I need to really sort of show. I think this does give a bit of a feel, these 3 episodes, as to what the game actually does provide, and it's very, very exciting. So I can't wait. I can wait because I've got it. But I do look forward to live streaming this. I've got to say, it's going to be a fun one, I think, to try to keep track of. The other thing I can do is, of course, is also with the ship, is I can go back through and edit the name information, and so on and so forth as well. But this is very, very cool. I've got to say, I really am enjoying what I'm seeing here a lot. It's extremely polished. I think for me, it's a massive, massive thumbs up if you're into these sort of games. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.